Hello, I'm Yoko, and Happy New Year, and welcome to my OC Kiara Nomura's Spotlight video. And I gave up on getting these out on the characters' birthdays. For now, my one goal is to just get one out a month at least, so we'll see how that goes. That being said, Kiara's birthday was September 19th, so she's a Virgo for anyone that's into zodiac signs. Again, this video is very late, but we're gonna be catching up. My plan is to go in order of their actual birthdays, even if I'm not getting them out on time, so, we'll see. And if you haven't seen these before, I recommend checking out the playlist link below, or at least Yoshio's video, as it explains some base stuff, and also I might reference some past characters that I've already finished videos on, like you will know them. But in summary, these are characters from my Danganronpa fangin comic, Despair Emporium. So if you know Danganronpa, you can get the gist of things. And quick disclaimer, the Danganronpa series is meant for a typically older audience and includes adult topics, including but not limited to murder. But yeah, let's get into talking about Kiara. Also, spoiler warning for the comic. I'll give a bigger warning if it's big things like character deaths or anything like that, but general vibes. Kiara is half Indian and half Japanese, and she was scouted by Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate snake tamer. Which, for more context, she's like a snake charmer, but she hates that wording of calling it charming the snakes. She also, in general, kind of dislikes the practices of other snake charmers, like defanging the performing snakes. But Kiara is an intelligent girl who is inquisitive and tends to be able to read the room. She enjoys mysteries and is interested in exactly why everyone is here in this situation, though she doesn't seem to obsess over it. She was the one to make a map at the beginning of the comic, and she has an elegance to her and carries herself with dignity. Beyond this, she has been shown to be a bit sassy or witty in a playful way at times. And now it's time to go over her character inspirations in general. Design-wise, she's very snake. Maybe a bit too much snake, but I don't care, it's fun. She has snake eye earrings, snake patterns on her shoulders, and her skirt also looks like snakes. If you notice the little dots at the bottom, those are meant to look like eyes. Her talent inspiration was also inspired because I like watching Snake Discovery on YouTube, and I grabbed some other small things from Snake from Black Butler and Medusa from Soul Eater. So yeah, her inspiration's snakes. Name-wise, according to Google, Kiara has a lot of different meanings based on where the name is from, and the meaning in India, I believe, was said to be dark-haired one, and in general, I wanted a name that seemed kind of pretty. On the Japanese side, Nomura means village in the field, and I'm gonna be honest, pretty sure I just randomly grabbed a random Japanese name for her last name. Again, I named these characters a long time ago, so I don't quite remember everything. Now, big thing about Kiara is she gets her pet king cobra Raja in chapter 2 of the comic. She often carries him around and shows no fear as well as complete trust in him. June points out that the snake has fangs, but she refuses to lock him up all day, and she simply says, if anything, Raja will be her guard. I mean, who wants to try to kill a girl when they have a highly venomous snake ready to strike if provoked? She seems pretty confident that he won't hurt anyone unless it's invited, though it does make some of the other students uneasy. Back to talking about her personality and some facts. Kiara also often looks out for others in small ways, such as suggesting ways for people to be useful when they were too squeamish to investigate the first victim of everyone. She's a bit more interested in Yoshio and Yukiko, it seems. On the second day during breakfast, she asks Yoshio how he slept. During the start of chapter 2, she gets him to leave his room in a playful way, mentioning that there are places to investigate and that someone is waiting for him. This being a way of checking in on him and making sure he doesn't stay locked up. And the concern for each other seems to be mutual, since Yoshio was worried about her safety when she said she was going to give a mystery someone a private show with Raja, who she reminds him is a cobra and she'll be fine. And then on Yukiko's side, she respects and trusts her answers immediately when some others can be suspicious of things that Yukiko says. Before meeting her, she also commented that she had a pretty back, playfully since the others were just watching her from a distance kind of creepily. She's like, well, she sure does look pretty, let's go talk to her. She's also had a sleepover with Yukiko, along with another character, Kasumi. She tends to show concern for her, specifically when she's missing at times, but also she gives her space when she needs it. She lets her be alone, but she does mention that she'll bring her food if she doesn't grab any. They seem to hang out at times, and Kiara has called her dear before. Kiara is bisexual, and I've been seeing people shipping her with both Yukiko and Yoshio, but I'm keeping my lips sealed on anything beyond what has been shown. Also, I just kind of love Kiara's sass when it comes to another character, June. She likes to mock him a bit since he can be high and mighty at times, such as, "May I look for the trash, your highness?" since he had just complained that someone disturbed the crime scene, as well as condescendingly going "so brave" at another time. She likes to mess with him. Overall, she tends to get sassy, but not really confrontational or outwardly angry when things happen. She is very matter-of-fact, and when things are unreasonable to her, she says so. She's not the type to back down, and she's a very confident person in general. Now onto the Q&A section for questions you guys had about her. Which, this Q&A thing went up a long time ago, I'm so sorry. Rapid fire question time. The most common question was, what is her favorite type of snake? Raja made king cobras her favorite, but she's fond of the more dangerous snakes, death adders, black mambas, bamboo vipers, etc. But in general, she likes all snakes. And I'm gonna go do all the snake questions. Does she breed snakes? She does not have a breeding program set up as of now, as most of her snakes aren't actually pet breeds, but she does have a rescue program that she owns. She's also very outspoken on certain things that some breeders may do, which includes the breeding of spiderball python morphs, which come with neurological issues, which she is very outspoken about how that's a bad thing. She likes to educate and overall wants to create safe and happy environments for snakes and humans. She helps collect venom from her snakes in order to create anti-venom as well. Did her family tame snakes for generations, or did she learn from scratch? She learned from scratch. Do her parents agree with her job as a snake tamer? Yes, her family supports her and funds her. There was a fear at first, but they trust her and she really knows what she's doing. What sparked her interest in snakes? Without too much detail because free time event stuff, she saw Snake Charmer when she was little and was instantly hooked. Later being upset realizing that snakes are defanged in those shows. Has she ever been bitten by a snake? She's been bitten by non-venomous species, but she is very careful with her venomous snakes and builds up good bonds. She fully understands their dangers and knows most snakes are not Raja. He is an outlier here. The good news is that she has a lot of access to anti-venom, if she ever did get bit. Has she ever been to, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but it's the island with the most venomous snakes. She's not quite to the level of being allowed to visit by the government, but she would be interested if they allowed her. Does she pronounce S sounds with a hiss? She doesn't, but that is fun. Does she dress up as Medusa for Halloween? I did actually draw a chibi of her dressed as Medusa from Soul Eater for one Halloween, so yeah, sure. What's her favorite animal that isn't a snake? She's interested in dangerous animals and likes to learn about them. Crocodiles and tigers come to mind. And I think that's all the snake-related questions. Other topics time. What's her family like? Overall, pretty dignified and a bit unconventional, but they don't take anything from anyone. They all love each other. On the family topic, does she have any siblings? She has a younger half-brother. What does she enjoy doing? Kiara has an interest in jewelry, fashion, and makeup. She likes to make jewelry out of shed snakeskin and other little trinkets. Is she more of a tea or a coffee person? She likes tea, but she will drink coffee. Can she tame any other animal? She's not trained specifically in any other training, but she does have basic knowledge of a few other reptile species. Who would be her favorite Galaxy Clan cat? As of year 14, Snake Paw or Ragged because, well, the snake vibes. Character-wise, she might be interested in Hilfuz. How would she react if one of her loved ones was killed by someone close to her? Upset, like I imagine any other person would be. Though angry, she wouldn't seek revenge by stooping down to the same level. How does she get her eyeliner so good? Practice, my dear. She has a look and she rocks it. What is her favorite subject in school? Probably biology or science in general. Who would be her partner Pokemon? Arbok, as you predicted in your comment. I actually wanted to draw her in Jessie's outfit from the anime because of this, so she'd definitely be a poison type specialist. Arbok's the Vipers, all that jazz. And I can't go into a lot of other details for Kiara since certain things haven't really been revealed yet in the comic, but I will say that her free time events will be coming out after chapter 2, since she was one of the free characters that won the poll a long time ago when chapter 2 started, so look out for those. I'm currently working on the execution for chapter 2 and finishing it up in general, so hopefully that won't take too long. But yeah, I hope you like the art in the background, and that's basically Kiara. Thank you for watching and listening to me ramble. I'd really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and check out my socials linked below, which includes the Despair Emporium Instagram. Again, it's an Insta comic, so you have to read from the last post and scroll all the way down and go up. My commissions are open if you'd like to support me that way, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace!